Hello YouTube, today I wanted to show you my budget branded deck profile. So it's a structure deck, a 3 Albaz structure deck combined with some cards outside of the structure deck like the Frightfur engine or the Predaplant engine, just to get to your end board, which usually would be Mirrorjade and Dragostapelia. So yeah, we start with the main deck. So basically it's branded Despia, but you don't play Allure as a starter. You just play Kitt instead of Allure. So yeah, start 3 Albaz. Okay, you want to play 3. You don't want to run out of this card like never. So yeah, 3. It's a poly. It's like a super poly when it's summoned. And the discard, depending on what you discard, is not bad because it can net you a card from your deck, depending on what you discard, of course. Also, I do play 2 fusion deployments, so you can use it as an interruption, even going second, because I don't play any hand traps. So yeah, use your fusion deployment, summon this, bait and negate, and if they negate it and destroy it, okay, you have one in the graveyard, which I also play the branded in white, which you can banish this guy, and other materials from the graveyard to special summon one of your fusions. So it's the reason why this deck is good. 3 Kitt, as I said, is pretty much the version that you play Kitt instead of Allure. Of course, you don't have a branded opening to special summon this card from the deck, but yeah, you have ways to search it. I do play 3 Allure with the 3 Mercourier, so you can, if Mercourier gets banished, you can search this. So yeah, for that reason, 3 Mercourier, as I said. It's your Allure target. You want to banish it with Allure. You also play a golden Sarcophagus to banish this card, and it's also your hand trap in the deck. It's your interruption. Usually when you opened branded fusion on top of Kitt, or Kitt on top of branded fusion, you then search the branded lost, so you can get to your Mercourier as a hand trap during your opponent's turn. The one Albion, the main deck monster. Of course, you want to play one because in situations when you have Kitt and you have Allure with Mercourier, or somehow you banish Mercourier and you have Kitt or your branded fusion, you want to search this so you don't minus. You just go this, discard the branded sword, and branded sword will get you back your Mercourier, so everything is good, and this will draw you a card. Next, I do play the 2 starters because you play the Predaplant engine, so this card is a 1 card Predaplant combo. So Keeper of Dragon Magic. You have to discard, that's the only downside of this card, but yeah. And the second effect never comes up because Albaz will pretty much never be in your graveyard to activate the second effect. Next, for the Predaplant engine, we play 2 Blips, or when you send to the graveyard, you get to search Predaplant monster, and that's all it does. You play 2 because of the combo. You search the first one and you send the second one with the effect of the Staysailor. The one Bufo, yeah, Bufo is just a polymerization in the scale for dark monster. So just keep in mind you cannot make Lubellion with this, because Lubellion is somehow, some way, it's a light monster, so you cannot make it with Bufo. But yeah, Bufo, it's better than polymerization because it will stay in your scale, and you can even poly next turn, so it's pretty good. For the combo, you do play the 1 Dragostapelia, which is not a brick because it's even a dark target for the Allure. And yeah, you need dark monsters with just 1 poly and 1 branded loss to just continue with your plays. And to run off the plant engine, we do play just 1 the Staysailor. Of course, you want to leave your Albion in the field so you can make a Dragostapelia and use the Albion effect in the graveyard. So you want Staysailor to send with branded fusion, so you can send your level 5 Predaplant fusion monster. So you can make Mirrorjade easier that way, and you just need a dark monster and you'll always have access to Bufo. Next, do play a small Despian engine, so just the 1 tragedy. So you just net so much by banishing this card with Allure of Darkness, even Fusion Summoning with Branded Fusion, and you just want to go for game because I don't play Oblivion, I do play the one Dramaturge, just to help me go for game even more easier, and also make the Masquerade in the extra deck. Yeah, that's the theory behind this. I don't play Oblivion because I don't play Branded in red, I don't play the trap card, the banishment or punishment, whatever the name is. So yeah, this two is enough for me. And the reason why the deck is good, in my opinion, I want to touch this deck because it's like a budget build. I won't touch this deck if I didn't have access to the Frightfur engine, the patchwork, and the chains. This is so good. It just nets you cards like crazy. Of course, draws really hurts the deck, but yeah, I will not touch this deck if I didn't have access to this too. So that's it for the monsters. Now for spells, of course, a fusion deck, you play a lot of spells. 3 Branded Fusion, it's not much to say about this card. Like, this is bread and butter of the deck. 0/1 card starter, you can do whatever. If this resolves, you can do whatever. Next, 2 Branded Lost, so good because you can just fusion for Starving Venom, which I play too, and just have this card and you just get Kitt, normal summon Kitt, and have access to your Branded Fusion that way, and you can just still continue to play. So this card, even you can run 3 of this. Doesn't see a problem by running 3 of these, but I just chose to play 2. And the one Branded in white, of course, you want to have that possibility to fusion with Albaz in your graveyard if you have it, even in your hand, but you just have to use a dragon monster to special summon with this card. And the reason why I played this is because I played 2 fusion deployment. So fusion deployment just spits Albaz from the deck, and even if your Branded Fusion gets stopped, you might have just fusion deployment with another way to fusion, just make Lubellion, and Lubellion will get you to your Mirrorjade, but it's card in 1 card. Next, 2 Super Poly. 2 because you're not guaranteed every matchup will be Despia or a deck that plays a hard into Super Poly, so just 2 is okay. Even if you break, you're gonna have fusion deployment, 3 Albaz, just normal summon him or special summon with this, set Super Poly, and somehow you get to play next turn if you go for your Mirrorjade. Next, as I said, the reason why this deck is good and I chose to play it is the 3 Patchwork. Is free Polymerization Search and a free Dark Search. So that nets you so much in this deck because you somehow draw a lot of monsters or not a way to get to your fusion spells. And this just gets you a dark and a fusion spell. So this is godly, 2 Polymerization, 3 Allure of Darkness for draw power and to get your engine going with the Mercourier or even the Tragedy. 1 card combo, instant fusion. You just, yeah, I opened this too much, so yeah, it's gotta be cheating in this card because I do open it too much. It's a one-off. Gold Sark to send your Mercourier to add Kitt to your hand, 1 Cobra for defensive cards, 1 Banishment because you want to set it. As I said, don't play Branded in Red, I don't play the Punishment. So yeah, I chose to play 1 Banishment, I think, or Punishment, I don't know, the Counter Trap. Also, the Counter Trap will recycle you your branded cards in the graveyard, so it's also good for that. And 1 Sword to recycle back the Mercourier, and don't go minus because we do play the Albion main deck monster. Next for the extra deck, pretty standard, 3 Albion, 2 Lubellion, and 2 Mirrorjade. So yeah, 2 Albion, 3 Albion of course. You want to send it with Jade so you can search for your Branded Fusion next turn. It's not much to say about this card. If you're new to the deck, okay, I can explain some more, but if you're not new to this meta, you know pretty much what this card does, what these 3 guys do. The non-standard one, let's say, it is just the 1 Titaniklad. So Titaniklad is just a special summon Albaz during the end phase. doesn't play any Dogmatica, so I don't search nothing else. If I don't want to waste my Albion and I know my opponent will just end on a light, dark, or extra deck monster, I will just send Titaniklad, special summon the Albaz during the end phase, and just use Albaz effect to make another Mirrorjade or whatever my opponent has. One Brigrand, so we do play 3 Mercourier. So it is your Mercourier Searcher, or you can be utilized the same way as Titaniklad because they all have this effect that you special summon Falling of Albaz from your deck, or Tri-Brigade in this case, Dogmatica, and also the Springan. So this is your Kitt search during your end phase, and your Albaz Spiralistic from the deck. One Predaplant Fusion, I don't want to pronounce this name, but yeah, this is a 1-card combo with instant fusion. Search your Predaplant, you can tribute it, special summon Cobra, and Cobra will add you your branded fusion or your super poly if you already have fusion, branded fusion. So this card is godly, and also it's a target to send with your Staysailor, so it's nice. And yeah, one Masquerade. Of course, this card can be a little pricey right now. It just got hyped, and it's like 20 euros or something like that. You can just cut the whole Despia engine out and not play, because we play 44 cards, so you can just bump it to 42, have 2 less dark targets, and just replace the one Masquerade for the second Dragostapelia. So one Dragostapelia is just a impermanence or monster negation, and 2-star in Venom. 2-star in Venom is the theory behind the branded lost. You can just have one branded loss and a way to fusion summon a monster, so most of your monsters are dark, and you'll be able to do this card with 2 dark monsters and trigger the branded lost, and just add your Kitt. Kitt will add you your branded fusion, and so on. You'll be able to play with your extra deck. So yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Leave a comment what you think about the deck. As I said, Despia's right now, or the old Allure engine, it's not that pricey, but knowing that it can be reprinted, or it will have a reprint in the Megatins in a short amount of time, like a month and a half, I can just play this version of the deck and be the same consistency. It's just Allure will net me a card and have a card that splits out from the deck for pretty much free, because this card you can discard Tragedy and even net for that. But yeah, Kitt just will send you a card, will send a card in the bottom of the deck. That's all it is. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Leave a like and subscribe.